Hey dudes and chicks and neither of those who are on a party, welcome to my first time. My name is Katie. Today, I am going to be doing my palette collection and declutter because I'm getting ready to do my, 2024, best of 2024 ranking, and I just want to have it kind of mucked out and get rid of things. As you guys know, I have been in a space where I haven't had a lot of the palettes that I own, that I have kept with me, and so I'm just gonna go through and get rid of some shit. So if you're interested in seeing what palettes are gonna make it into 2025, stick around. So I'm gonna start with the palettes that are big and weird. They're on the floor because they actually won't fit. I have so many palettes sitting in front of me, it's concerning. Okay, I'm gonna start with these big fuckers. You guys know, you know the one. It's the P. Louise Love Tapes palette, and the color story looks like this. I will actually never get rid of this palette, but I'm gonna tell you, I just came into a bunch of empty magnetic palettes, and so I'm gonna depot this and put it in an empty palette because I love this color story. I love pink and red together. This is like the best Valentine's Day palette ever. To tell you the truth, I mean, it's hard to even say I'm gonna get rid of the packaging. I would love the packaging more if it didn't have these highlighters in it. So if it was just this package, how the normal size that P. Louise packaging is, I could tolerate it, but this one, I can't fit it anywhere. It's just ridiculous, and quite frankly, nobody even knows. Nobody's ever even heard of this fucking palette. So anyways, I just love the color story. I love it that there's no shimmers in here to fuck anything up. It's just basically an all matte palette. So whenever I need a go-to palette, but if I talk this much about every palette, then I'm never gonna get through this. So I'm just gonna stop right there. Okay, the next one is in this big box, and you guys haven't seen it yet because I haven't used it, but you guys have seen a part of it. And this is the Dragon palette by, I think it's Cheery Up. Cheery Up is what it's called. It's just like pulling out a samurai sword, literally. It looks like this. It's the only thing I bought. It's the only dragon themed makeup that I bought in the year of the dragon this year. So I'm pretty stoked about it. It came with a mirror, and I'll never declutter it. So anyways, look forward to seeing that video. I don't even want to get rid of the box. It came with a badass mirror. It's super heavy, awesome. I just love it. Okay, I kind of mixed up all my shit so that it wouldn't just be like, keep, you know what I mean? Like keep, like all the stuff that I brought with me, you know what I mean? I went and got the box of the palettes that I didn't, and quite frankly, the box that I didn't keep with me, I'm keeping some of those things. There's definitely things that I've been like holding on to that I've decluttered and recluttered, and I'm getting rid of that shit. And also I've got a couple things that people gifted to me, and I'm probably getting rid of them just because, dude, my collection is stupid. It's not even, it's just a bunch of like shit sitting on a shelf that's never going to get touched or even looked at or even thought about. It's just going to make it so that the things that I do want to use aren't getting any attention because I'm fucking confused and overwhelmed. So I'm going to start with the Absinthe and Lace palette by Notoriously Morbid, and the reason why is because I just want to get it out of here. Color story looks like this. And it's so special. It's so great. I love it. I actually want to do a look with this just because it is all that. So I'm going to just put this away right here. I had to kick my cats out because I was scared. Okay, this is the Cradled in Ice palette by Fantasy Cosmetica. The color story looks like this, and it's basically the new Harvest of Souls palette. I really liked the color story. I just wasn't able to get it, and I didn't like it enough to like, sacrifice anything for it. So I liked it, but this is the only color story that I've ever seen by Fantasy Cosmetica that really like made me want to try the brand, and I was impressed by this palette, and I'm going to keep it, and hopefully at some point I can get Harvest of Souls. I never really pulled the trigger on them because I'm not willing to, like, I just wouldn't buy a 9-pound palette from a brand I've never even tried based on the fact that everybody says that it's good, because you guys know how I feel about that. So this is a keep. I've got so much shit on here, I can't even do anything. This is the Adept Cosmetics Aero palette. The color story looks like this. Definitely keeping this. I love this. This is a great green palette. Like, for me, this is like probably the most perfect green palette because I'm not really a huge lover of green, but I do like green. And so this is like enough. It's got the pukey green, it's got the fluorescent green, it's got the mint green, and it's got a teal. That's pretty much every fucking color, and a good lime green. You know what I mean? That's like every green I will ever fucking want is in this palette, right? Matte color story wise, this is the best green palette. Like, this color story is like everything. This is the Element 115. Oh, I fucking love this palette. I didn't fucking love these. Those of you guys who have been here for a while, these stripy shadows actually piss me off. And they piss me off so bad that now whenever I see a stripy shadow in anybody's shit, I get like, right? Like, it fucks me up. I'm like, why would they do that to us? Why are they trying to screw us over? Who are they trying to fucking, you know, who do they think we are? This is the Legend of Ardra, and I actually have a video done of this that I haven't uploaded yet. I love this color story. It's great. I love the shimmers. They're great. Honestly, sometimes Adept really nails it for me, and then sometimes they really just don't. So this is, what is this? Cyborg Choir. I was shocked at this color, or at this palette, and honestly, I wanted it really bad, and then I saw that everybody said this yellow sucked, so then I didn't want it. But then one of my like friendly subscribers, Shanita, was like, dude, that palette's badass, you need to get it. And so I did get it when I was able to afford it. I got it with the Legend of Ardra. I got them together. And this yellow is awesome. I didn't have any problems with it at all. So I was super stoked that I got it. There's so many holographic shadows in this. This palette kicks ass. It kicks all the asses. So I feel like my Adept collection, like those, I love those palettes, right? So when Adept nails it for me, they fucking really nail it. And with those, they did. This is the In the Dark palette by Unearthly. I just did a ranking video, so I'm not going to go into it a lot. I'm keeping it. I love it. This is the Don't Be Jelly. I also ranked this. I'm not going to go into it. I love it. It's not going anywhere. This is the Grind. I love it. It's not going anywhere. Oh, before I forget, I have the Melt Baby. I'm pretty sure it's called Baby Girl Stack, but it doesn't say that on it. So I'm pretty sure this is called the Baby Girl Stack, either that or the Baby Doll Stack. The color story looks like this. Again, melt shimmers or whatever, but I love the color story, and you can't ever see it together. What do I always do? I go like this. So this is the color story. I fucking love it. This color right here just is everything. I love this color story. Not sure why they haven't redone it. I don't know. Maybe now that I'm looking at the color story, it maybe the 27 palette was, because I don't have the 27 palette, was never even like interested in it. So maybe that's like why, is because that was like included those colors or whatever. This is the Lore palette. This is the original Lore palette. I don't have the newer one. I'm keeping it. This is the Bog Witch. I'm keeping it. Love it. This is the Rusted Essence Volume 3. I like it. It's staying. Path of the Light Side. It's staying. It's staying. Rusted Essence Volume 2. Definitely keeping this. I'm probably keeping all my Notoriously Morbid palettes. The Pretty Poison. Okay, here's where we're getting into it. Okay, so the Orange You Glad by ColourPop. I always keep it because I've actually never used this palette, and I love this color right here. But I am certain that I have it somewhere else. I must. If I don't, it's like every time I look at the palette right here, I go, I'm getting the fuck rid of that. And then every time I open it, I'm like, oh, that's cute. But is it? It's pretty cute. I'm getting rid of it. This is the Fairy Frolic. Remember, I didn't have it with me. I think I'm gonna keep this one more time. I love it. Oh. Okay, this is a Sydney Grace palette that my friend Tanya sent to me. The color story looks like this. I've actually never used it. The color story is like kind of, well, you guys know, it's a little neutral. So I don't know. She got them for me because they were on sale and I've literally never used it. Here, this is the other one, Summer Days. I'm definitely never going to use this. I'm getting rid of it. Actually, that color Beach Days, I was looking for a color exactly like that. I'm going to put those in a maybe pile just because maybe. This is the Baroque palette by ColourPop. I'm getting rid of this. This is the Smoke Show by ColourPop. I'm getting rid of this. The Sorceress palette has the Smoke Show times 10. It's freaking bats. I'm getting rid of this. Moonfall. Why am I doing this? I don't really care for the Shroud Matte formula. It's not that good. Honestly, it's beautiful when I open it. The color story is fucking awesome. I feel like the matte formula in that palette is better than the It's Freaking Bats palette, and also the It's Freaking Bats palette is like a really good companion palette for that. But honestly, like, don't I have that 100 times? I must. If I don't, I'll be a son of a bitch. Okay, this is the Blue Moon palette, and I seriously feel like there's colors in here that are so unique to my collection that I can't get rid of it. I literally, every time I think about even getting rid of it, I fucking feel like I need it. I need one of these blues. Particularly this blue right here. There's just something about this blue. I don't know. There's just something about the blues in this palette that are super, I don't know. I just feel like they're unique to my collection. This is the Season of the Witch Fall. I didn't really care for this matte color story as much as I've talked to you guys, but it does have that purple. I mean, honestly, the shimmers in this are fucking killer. So, like I said, I'm not getting rid of any of my Notoriously Morbids. Honestly, I feel like this one, did I have this? I think I didn't have this. This isn't my favorite color story, and it's an all shimmer palette. What's this? Ooh. Just kidding. Just kidding. Ooh. Oh, fuck. That like turns red just barely. Ooh. I'm an idiot. I was kidding around. Just joshing. Damn. That's impressive. Okay, this is the Blood and Daffodils palette, and it's not going anywhere. I feel like this is like the precursor to the Sleepy Hollow palette, and what was the one right before it? This is the Aha Honey palette. The only reason why I kept it is because it has single shadows in it. I'm getting rid of it. This is the Season of the Witch Spring palette. God damn it. Ooh, guess I didn't remember about that color. Shoot. Ooh, it's got that, what the fuck? I was high when I said that. This is a fucking awesome. These colors are amazing. I'm an idiot. That's not going anywhere. I guess the bottom line is, just because I don't have it in my collection doesn't mean I even need it or that I won't get it. A lot of colors come out all the time. I'm sure it'll be fine. This is MBA Cosmetics Chillin' with My Nomies, and I actually haven't ever used this. I was on the MBA PR team, and she kicked me off because I didn't do enough content with her stuff. And she said, I feel like it's just because that you're just not interested in my brand. And ever since she said that, I kind of have been less interested in it. So I'm getting rid of that. It's fall, y'all. You know, it's all right. It's okay. But the shimmers are another one of those greens. Ooh, I love these kind of raspberry like shifts. And every time, because dude, there was a raspberry shift in the Vivid Rose, which I actually pulled all the shimmers out as singles out of the Vivid Rose. And then just now I just put them back in, and I'm just getting rid of the whole thing. I actually put them in the wrong order. So I'm always on the lookout for like, you know, this raspberry kind of thing going on. And It's My Pleasure by ColourPop. I'm getting rid of it. This is fucking, wait, I must have pulled one of the shimmers out and put it in a single, which I'm gonna declutter my singles too, so. Season of the Witch Winter. This motherfucker ain't going nowhere. I wish I would have known that some of these were kind of brokey like that before I just opened them. I could have fixed them. The Path of the Dark Side by Notoriously Morbid. Keeping that. These are just these last. This is the Madame Violet. Keeping that. Notoriously Morbid. Weird Vibes. I haven't fucking used it yet. I'm keeping that. Web Weaver by Notoriously Morbid. I'm keeping that. I'm just making sure they're not broken before I open them up and have fucking shit flailing around. Okay, these are my Blend Bunny palettes. This is Machina. Color story looks like this. I fucking love it. It's not going anywhere. This is the Sugar and Grunge. I mean, this is fucking Blend Bunny, you know what I mean? Love it. This is the Primal. Love it. Honestly, like, these are some of my faves. Some of my fave Blend Bunnies right here. This is the Serenity palette by Cosmic Brushes. Now, this is not my favorite palette. My friend got this for me, and I do like it, but it's not my favorite. And also, I used this brown in a look. The look was fucking phenomenal, but I had problems with that brown, which was kind of disappointing because it just was. And then the Wonderland palette, this is like, if I didn't have this now, I would have gotten it again. If I lost this palette, I would be waiting to rebuy it. So that's also by Cosmic Brushes, but those are the only two Cosmic Brushes palettes I have. And I'm not like I'm not like sad about it. I would like to have more, but I'm not like bumming that I don't. The All I Ever Wanted by Alien. That was when Unearthly was Alien. This is when they went to Unearthly. This is the All I Ever Wanted 2. That's not going anywhere. I mean, I just ranked these so you guys know. This is the Leather and Lace. It's not going anywhere. I kind of did those rankings because I wanted people to have like, here's the Not Normal palette. I'm probably going to declutter that and hope for the new one. Hope that I get it. I will at some point. If it's a permanent, I'll get it. This is the Beauty Bay Book of Magic palette, and I love it. I'm keeping it. I wonder if that blue right there is the same as... It's not. I guarantee it. Dude, this blue in this Blue Moon palette is fucking fierce. That's the Blue Moon. That's the Book of Magic. I mean, they look similar on camera, but this is just so vibrant, and I don't know, it's just so good. I'm definitely keeping it. This is the Lure palette by Blend Bunny, also another one of my faves. Maybe my favorite color story. It's fucking bomb. This is the Venus XL. I'll never declutter this. Not ever. I love this palette. It was one of my first palettes. In fact, yeah, I think I got Modern Renaissance and I think I got this. I think I got them both at the same time. This is the Dead of Night by Unearthly. Definitely keeping that. This is the P. Louise Money Shot. The color story is fucking stupid. Stupid big. It's amazing. It's got the like bright and the dingy. Keeping it. Why get rid of it? It's just too good. This is the Watch the Queen Conquer. My favorite P. Louise palette. It looks like a chessboard. I'm never getting rid of this. It's so awesome. I love the color story. I love both sides. This is the Worldy palette. And honestly, I could probably stand to ditch that. What's up with this blue? Ooh. Yeah, I'm not getting rid of that. And if looks could chill, the blue palette, my friend Kim sent me this. Ooh, I forgot how cool this was. If, you know, if this palette doesn't replace the Blue Moon, I'll be a son of a bitch. That's not quite. Here, let's see. I'm gonna fucking look. Oh God, please. Bitch, please. Ooh. There's the P. Louise. I swear to God, that fucking ColourPop one is just a little bit more buttery and I don't know. I'm not getting rid of this ColourPop palette. But quite frankly, this Periwinkle right here looks identical to this, but it's not. I'm just telling you, there's something about this particular blue palette that it's like, it's got that good shit. I'm not getting rid of it. I'm definitely not getting rid of it. Now I'm getting a little room here. This is the Alva 2 collection by Odin's Eye, and I'm not getting rid of this for two reasons. I actually really like this, and I feel like it's a good basic bitch palette, a good nude palette, and also my friend got it for me, so she's not alive anymore. So this is the Planet Spirit palette, and yeah, I'm still keeping it. This is a really good companion palette to like add like some zhuzh to other palettes. This is the Scooby-Doo and Glam Light palette, and this was like a one-hit fucking wonder for me. Like, this palette was so good, and I have the Spellbound palette by Jolie Beauty on its way, and I wonder if that's just gonna be... No, this color story is badass. And, I mean, if you can get a five matte color story to be able to do as many looks as you can do with this, fuck it, man. And this is the Scooby-Doo palette, equally good, love the color story. There's that blue again. This is the Flower Punk palette, and honestly, this would probably be more of a daily wearer for me, except that there's no dimension, there's no depth. It just doesn't go deep enough for me, but I love it. It's not going anywhere, but this is the Elements of Evil palette by Sugar Drizzle Polish. There is some colors in here that are just mind-bending, so that's not going anywhere. Tanya bought me that. This is the She's and Parties palette. It's not going anywhere, although I don't know why. When I wore this palette, the one time that I ever wore it, I looked like so goth Victorian, like I looked like a doll. It was so deep, and I don't know, this is just a really good palette. This is the Stack 'Em Up palette by P. Louise, and I love this one. I love it. This is another Stack 'Em Up palette, the pink one. Love it. And this is the purple one, and I love it. Keeping it. Spaced Out by Unearthly. I'm keeping this for sure. Violet Ink, still so good. Love the color story. Love these purples. It's fucking amazing. By Menagerie. Okay, so this is the Jade Dreams by Spellcast Beauty. The color story looks like this. I'm probably gonna keep all 4 of these. This was the rainbow one, and honestly, to look at it, it don't look like much, but I feel like the shifts in this one are the best of all 4. This is the Violet Thoughts. That looks like the It's My Pleasure palette, only just the shimmers. And then this is the Cherry Bomb palette, and I fucking did a look with this palette, like, so good. I love this one. Literally, like, I could probably get rid of all 3 of these, but this one is so cute and perfect. I'm just gonna keep these for one more round. Yeah, they're pretty good. The colors are pretty, they just don't do it for me the way a red and pink. This is the Molten Chromes palette, and I had to repress because I dropped it and broke 2 of the shadows completely out and repressed them. They basically look like brand new. I fucking love this palette. I also had the Melted Mattes, and I literally have no idea where the fuck it went. And so when it was just on sale, I grabbed another one. That's how much I love the Melted Mattes palette. It's like, the color story is bomb. And if I'm gonna have one neutral palette, it's gonna be that one. This was a gift for my daughter. Still haven't used it. Keeping it so special to me. This is the, what is this? The Pinks by Juvia's Place. And honestly, I just love this color story because I love pink. You know what I mean? This is the little Chinchilla by Sigil Inspired. Sorry. I don't even really want this anymore. But maybe I do. I don't really... I mean, these palettes are just special, and now they're even more special because you can't even fucking get Sigil Inspired anymore. This is the Divine Rose Baby by Pat McGrath. My friend Alex sent me this as a gift, and I just don't really, I'm not gonna use it. I just have too much shit. This is the Creepy Cute palette, and I honestly was just talking about how I wanted to test this against the Lands of Enchantment by Ensley Rain just to see. This was the only good fucking palette that ever came from Shroud as far as I'm concerned. And it used to be Strobe. So I still have it from when it was Strobe. So I want to see if it's good still. This is the Chucky palette. Yeah, I'm keeping it. This is the Winter Wonderland by MBA Cosmetics, and this palette is so fucking good, but I just am not gonna keep it. This is the Chance palette by Mad Witch Cosmetics. I'm not keeping it. I'm not gonna say why. This is the You Beauty palette by Glaminatrix. Here we are again. God damn that fucking color. Dude, I think I'm just gonna pop that color G'day out and say goodbye to this. I love that color. I bet you anything I have a Terra Moon's color that looks exactly like it. I'm not sure what the draw is. Well, mate, that looks like that. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I do have a Terra Moon shadow. It's just not any fun, you know what I mean? The palette, I look at it, it's a total boner killer to me. I mean, can't that be close enough? For fuck's sake. I mean, seriously. Those are all so damn close. Let's see, maybe not. Jesus. That is just super orange. Yeah, I'm pulling that color G'day out and putting it in my single stash because I'm just tired of not using this palette and like wanting to get rid of it and keeping it just for that one color, which I'm never going to use because it's in this palette with a bunch of shit that I think is trash. Let's see this red. Ooh. I don't know. What is it about this palette that just fucks me up? I don't know. Dang it. All right, I'm keeping it. I can't. This is the Limoncello, and I'm getting rid of this. This is a ColourPop palette. My friend Tanya sent it to me. She kind of just sent it to me because she didn't really know what to do with it. It's never been used by me or her. I'm getting rid of it. This is the Hella palette. I'm getting rid of this. I never use it. It's got that one color that I don't want to get rid of it all the time. Very similar color to that color that I just kept, that U Beauty. I'm just getting rid of it. I just don't want to do these so I can use that space. This is the Secret Garden by Bella Beauty Bar. Fucking never getting rid of that shit. Now I gotta keep my eye out. To tell you the truth, shifty shadows are like, now they're like next level. You can't even find a shadow that's like 2 shifts. This is the Cosmic Dreamer by Ensley Rain. That's not going anywhere. This is the Lands of Enchantment, and quite frankly, I'm gonna use it up against that Creepy Cute palette, and if the Creepy Cute palette doesn't keep up, I'm getting rid of the Creepy Cute palette. This is Sirens by Jolie Beauty. I'm not getting rid of this. I fucking love this shit. Ethereality by Jolie Beauty. Not getting rid of it. I fucking love it. Just looking for that blue, bro. This is the Sorceress palette. I love it. So cool. So I'm not getting rid of any of those. I bet you anything I got 200 here. Okay, this is the Mattes palette by Sugar Drizzle Polish, and honestly, I could do with or without this. I mean, I remember liking it very much. When I used it, I loved it. It's great. I think, yeah, I'm keeping it. There's a lot of purples in here that are pretty weird. This is the Dollhouse by Blend Bunny. I'm not getting rid of this ever. It's amazing. This is the Blends, and quite frankly, I could take it or leave it. I'm gonna keep it. This is the Surge. Now here's one you never want to fucking get rid of this. My purple's broken. I don't know how to fix mattes. And every time I open it, it's just worse and worse. And it's one of the best colors in here. That's fucking bums me out. The shimmers suck, but the color story is amazing. Mothman, I'm never getting rid of this. It's amazing. The Twisted Tea Party. This fucking blue, I jizzed in my pants today when I used this motherfucker. The Earthy palette, I decluttered it and recluttered it. I'm getting rid of it. I'm getting rid of it for good this time. Sorry I keep fucking around. This is the Bright Mattes palette, and it's good. Like, yeah, I think I'm gonna put this in the, yeah, I'm keeping it. This is the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2. I love it. I love this color story. It performs really good. Like, I love it. I'm probably never gonna declutter it. It's so good. This is the Midnight palette by Beauty Bay. One of my favorite palettes of all time. It's so good. It's not going anywhere. I am certain that that Blue Moon Blue is in here. This is the Reckless Romance palette, and honestly, I could take it or leave it, but I think I'm gonna keep it. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. This is the Ellis palette by Blend Bunny. It's not going anywhere. I could probably, yeah, I'm never buying another rainbow palette. If I keep the Ellis and the Bright Mattes, I'm never buying another rainbow palette. If a rainbow palette comes out and I tell you guys I'm gonna get it, you guys say, Katie, remember what you said? You gotta either get rid of the Bright Mattes palette or the Ellis palette if you wanna get that palette. You tell me that, okay? So these are the Kaleidos originals, and I decluttered them the last time, and then I wanted to try and make some build your own palettes, and so I recluttered them because Kaleidos has removable pans. And so this is the sci-fi or the futurism palette. Do I still care about that? Because don't I have a shitload of colors for in pans that are like removable? And why the fuck do I even care? I don't care about a brown, it's a red. I don't care about this. I'm sure I have those. Yeah, I have those colors in the Groovy, the summer collection from Unearthly. Where is it? Get Groovy. Boom. Well, I'll put this in the maybe pile. I'm definitely getting rid of this. There's no reason for me to keep this. Even if it does have removable pans, there's no reason for me to keep it. What's Life Without a Little Gossip? This is by Spellcast Beauty. I'm keeping this. It doesn't touch my heart the way, you know, Notoriously Morbid does, but I'm gonna keep it at least one more go. I might just keep it, you know, who knows. It's good. I mean, honestly, the Spellcast Beauty palettes are all really good, but they just don't like, I don't love them the way that I love Notoriously Morbid. Plus, I haven't tried any of their mattes, and I can't really love a brand that I haven't tried their mattes. So this is the Devour palette by Unearthly. This isn't going anywhere. None of my newer Unearthly palettes are. High Temp by Unearthly. You guys just saw my ranking video, no doubt. The Dreamer, I'm just gonna haul ass through these. Don't Be Jelly, you guys saw my ranking video. If you haven't, go check it out. Then you can see like how I ranked all these palettes. The Charmer, this is the Flourish palette, and I love this palette so much by Ensley Rain. This is the Orange Stack 'em Up palette, and I've decluttered this and recluttered it. I'm getting rid of it. I have so much shit at this point. This is the green one, getting rid of it. I just don't love them. This is the Sashimi City palette by Kaleidos. I fucking love this palette. It's never going anywhere. It's like my favorite nudie patootie. This is the Sci-Fi Pink by Kaleidos. I don't know why I keep this. I'm keeping it again. This is the Lunar Lavender. I'm keeping it. I mean, this wasn't when Kaleidos was good, you know what I mean? It bums me out. This is the Mist, the Call of the Mist by Sigil Inspired, and I don't really like this palette, but I'm keeping it because it's like a treasure. This is the Sci-Fi Green palette. I'm getting rid of it, actually, this time. This is the Astro Turquoise or whatever. I've never ever used this, not even once. I just have so much other shit. That's why I haven't used it. When do I ever, I mean, it looks like the fucking Miami Dolphins. Like, when am I ever gonna have an opportunity to actually like be like, oh my God, you know what palette would be perfect for this? Is that fucking, what is it? Electric fucking Turquoise palette by Kaleidos. That's never gonna come up. Like, that's never gonna be a thing for me. So, I don't know. I just don't know. Here's my Beetlejuice. I'm going to put that in the I don't know, I just don't know pile. Here's my Beetlejuice. Oh, I'm not getting rid of it. I'll probably never use it again. I don't know. These purples are like, they're like typical melt shimmers, but they look cool like that. This is the Sodden Half Girl one. Love it. Even the shimmers. It's like, I don't know, it just seems like maybe I'm just making excuses for it, but like it just seems like it worked. This is, oh, what's going on here? This is Notoriously Morbid Eclipse the Sun palette. Something weird's going on here with my packaging, but I don't give a fuck. This ain't going nowhere. I love it. I love this matte. I love this matte, and I love all these colors. They're so great. This is the Ace Beauty Paradise Fallen, and I know I'm gonna open this and be like, oh no, I'm keeping it. Why? Actually, am I? What is it about this palette that just keeps me hanging on? I'm not getting rid of it. It's really like this gray And then like this maroon, like I honestly just need to use this because I love it. I'm keeping it. This is the orange sorbet. I love this color. Wait, I bet you anything. I wonder, have I done this before? Have I said, oh wait, I wonder if that orange that's in the Orange You Glad palette is the same as this one in the orange sorbet, because it fucking ain't. There's just something about this orange that's like different. It's just got it different. But I'm keeping this. Bubblegum Shop, keeping it. Pistachio, keeping it. You know, I don't know, maybe I don't really like these as much as I used to. Maybe they're so like spesh. Because the shimmers are really just... not that great. Well, maybe I'll just keep them one more round. Honestly, the cherry on top is definitely like a keeper. I love this fucking palette. I mean, I like them all, but like, am I ever going to use them? I don't know. Probably not. I'm probably never going to use these palettes again. Maybe I should use them just to see. Because, dude, I mean, there's no fucking way that I don't have these color stories, like, 10 times over. Literally, they're all a one and done. And the only one that seems like really fucking special to me is this. Is that true? Pretty much is true. Shoot. Why do I really not think these are that cool now? I'm gonna need to mold this over because these are coveted, man. But seriously though, do I need this? Do I? No, I don't. I don't fucking need this. I have these colors probably 50 times. This, I am never gonna fucking use this. I literally just said I have the Arrow palette. It is like a fucking wet dream, a green wet dream. What's going on here? What's this light green? I mean, Notoriously Morbid white to green shifts are like, this is nothing compared to those. This blue palette is not shit compared to any of the blue palettes I have. The fucking P. Louise, fuck, the Blue Moon actually is probably better. You know what? I think I'm gonna keep the cherry on top, and I'm putting these in the maybe pile because honestly, I mean what? This is the Nocturnal palette by Glaminatrix. I'm gonna keep this for one more go. Yeah. I like the color story a lot. This is the 9 Hydran by Adept, and honestly, like, I could take it or leave it, but my dead friend gave that to me, so I'm not getting rid of it. I'll probably never get rid of it. The last thing she ever sent me was the 2 Adept palettes, the old school ones. I have the Plain Jane and that, and I'll probably never get rid of them. This is the Gemini 2. Never have a fucking problem with it. It's totally amazing. And the way that the shimmers are actually works because it's like kind of a sultry, like dark, depthy fucking thing going on. This is the Melt Millennial Pinks, and I'm not getting rid of it, but the shimmers do suck. I mean, they really fucking suck. They suck so bad that if I swatch them right now, they won't look as bad as they actually suck. This is, oh, you know what else? I like to keep these Melt palettes because I like the way the singles, when you pull them out, I like the way they look in a build your own palette. Like, everybody likes like uniformity when they build a palette. I like a bunch of different shapes. So that's the reason why I pulled the Vita back out of the declutter pile. That's the reason why I'm keeping all these. They're good enough to use in a fucking build your own palette. They're just like not, honestly, I think they're a lot better if you use them with other mattes that blend better. I will tell you one thing, in that Bailey Sarian palette, which I don't even know where it is right now. This blue right here in the Bailey Sarian palette, actually, yeah, I'm keeping this. I'm gonna keep all my Melt palettes just because I like the way they look when you pull the singles out. I will use them for that. I actually always like pulling one Melt shadow into my build your own palettes, even though I don't do them that much. This is the fucking Muerte palette. You guys know I could kick this fucking palette's ass. I don't know why. I can't get rid of it. It's too fucking cool. The shimmers suck. The mattes suck. When you finally find a primer that you can blend some shit with that Muerte palette, I guarantee you wear it for 2 hours and it's fucking running down your face. Like, it doesn't hold, it doesn't stand up. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with that palette. I literally don't. Use the ABH primer and you can get it to blend, but it won't stay on. I don't know what it is. Everybody fucking loved it. Okay, this is the Monster Party palette and I haven't used this yet, so I'm not getting rid of it, but I love the color story. The shimmers are badass. The best one in it was broken. I fixed it. It's not going anywhere. I got these stacked up like a fucking tragic accident is gonna happen. Then I won't have to worry about keeping my melt palettes because a tragic accident will befall them, and then I won't have any melt palettes. This is the Such a Gem palette by Morphe. I'm never getting rid of this. This like stands the test of time. Like every time I use it, it's still the reigning champion of purple palettes. Now, as far as purple palettes go, all of these colors are in that Mattes palette by Sugar Drizzle and they are good, but it doesn't have these raspberry tones. I'm never getting rid of that. This is the In the Clouds palette by Made by Mitchell. The color story looks like this, and I actually decluttered it and pulled it back out because I was so sad that I let it go. So I kept it and I'm keeping it again. This is the Feet on the Ground palette. I'm never getting rid of this one. It is literally like, I don't know. There's just something about this, like it's like a neutral but cool, but make it rad palette. Okay, this is a treasure that was just given to me. I was with my friend and she took me to the graveyard of her dead brand and it made me really sad. I actually like started to actually cry and then I like pulled myself together. Or did I? But this is the Goddess palette by Lele Posh. And I haven't used it yet because it was just given to me. Like I got this place, went to my hometown, went and hung out, and this is fucking stunning. She had like a few left and she just gave me one of them. Felt a little weird about it, like I didn't go over there for that, but I got a lot of really cool shit and this is like super fresh. Okay, what is this? This is the Strawberry Moon by Ensley Rain, the newest one, or the newest one with the removable pans. I'm keeping that. This is Midwinter Dream, as you guys know. I'm not getting rid of this. And this is never coming back, so. This is the new Flower Moon. I'm keeping this. And now I kind of want the Harvest Moon because I kind of see maybe that the Harvest Moon maybe goes with that. This is the Groovy Garden. I fucking love this palette. It's not going anywhere. This is the Nomad Ireland Wild Atlantic Way. I love this palette. This is a good green color story. It's a little primary for my liking, but it definitely fits the theme and I loved it. This is the Royal Europe palette by Nomad, and honestly, the color story is pretty dark, but it's not going anywhere. The shimmers in this are phenomenal and Nomad has an amazing matte formula. So this is the Frenchie, I'm not sure. I love this color story. It's amazing. It's not going anywhere. Summertime Sadness, as you guys know, it's not going anywhere. I love it. Sleepy Hollow, it's not going anywhere. I love it. Queen of Hearts, love it. Ooh, this is the New Zealand Galaxy, whatever, Stargazing. I love this palette. Ooh, the shimmers in this were fucking, they are not what they look like in the pans. This is the Freezy Flamey. I love this. This could very well be my favorite Nomad palette of all time. This is the Tokyo Harajuku. I love this palette. I love these like half-seas. They're like shimmery mattes. Oh, I'm getting down there. This is the fucking Lethal Cosmetics 1-Up palette. I decluttered it and then I kept it so that I could use the single shadows, but at this point it's not even worth that to me, so I'm getting rid of it. This is the Pat McGrath. I don't even know what this is because Pat McGrath is too bougie for me to even know what the names are. And it's just like too neutral for me. My friend sent me a palette that I had been wanting for a really long time, and she sent me a couple of Pat McGrath palettes with it, and it's just not my thing. Pat McGrath is just not my thing. This is the Elva 2, and honestly, I would get rid of this except my friend whose dad gave it to me, so I'm not getting rid of it. But I don't want it. I don't like it. I'm never going to use it. This is the fucking Sugar Drizzle Dragon palette, and it's really just okay. It did have this one color. Ooh, god damn, I dipped my finger into that, and I'm never letting this go. It felt like it was moist. This is the Smink Beruenda and Salem Cosmetics, and honestly I considered maybe getting rid of this, but then I opened it. The color story is so fucking cute. There's no way I'm ever getting rid of this. Ever. This is the Celestial Moon by MBA Cosmetics. I'm getting rid of this. This is the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette. This is the palette that she was sending me, and honestly, I just opened it and it's so cute. I'm not getting rid of it. I'm gonna hold on to it for a while longer and see, you know. It honestly, I feel like it hasn't stood the test of time as far as like, the stuff I have now is like way better, but I'm keeping it. I love the color story, and honestly, I like it well enough. This is the Strawberry Moon, the old one. I'm getting rid of this. Okay, this is the Made by Mitchell. What was this? Where's the mangoes? Where are the mangoes? Honestly, I don't really... I mean, I really wanted it, but now I don't really care for it. My friend got it for me off of Tik Tok shop, and she's in the UK, and so it makes me not want to fucking get rid of it, but I don't really use it. It's never been used. I don't think it's ever been used. I think I've swatched it a little tiny bit, and I don't think I've really ever used it. I'm just not going to use it. You know, I'm not keeping it. There's this orange shimmer, but is that really going to be enough to keep me? No, it isn't. Oh, this is the Carnival. Be Perfect Carnival 3. I just feel like at this point I have way better formulas, but actually I'm keeping it. I feel like it really hits all the fucking bases. Like this green row right here is badass. Like the green and blue. This peach, the reds are amazing. And then this pinky purple. Yeah, I'm keeping that. This is the Underland palette by Ensley Ray, and I'm keeping it. This is the Feral by Menagerie Cosmetics, and honestly, I literally just used this palette recently, like some of the colors to build your own palette and to see if it like stood the test of time. Dude, these shadows, these old school Menagerie shadows are still so good. Like, I decluttered the Whale Song and then took it back so that I could make a build your own palette out of it, and I'm not getting rid of this. This is the Serenity palette. This was the collab with Annette and Menagerie Cosmetics, and honestly, that's the only reason why I'm keeping it. Well, and that it has really good shadows, and also they're removable. Now, god damn it, here I am again with the Bunnies palette. How has this happened? I'm keeping it. Oh, I must not have had the Weirdos palette when I did my Unearthly. And I love this color story. The only reason why I didn't keep it is because my fucking Glamour is fucked. And I wish I would have like let her know and got a replacement, but this palette is badass. Look at that. Ooh. Daddy. Ooh, this is the Weirdos. Ooh, you can't even see it. That motherfucker's so black, but on my hand it's so red. Yeah, this is an awesome palette. I'm not getting rid of it. This is Night of the Vivid Dead, and obviously it's not going anywhere. This is the Sea Bitch by fucking Electrum Cosmetics, and honestly, I could take it or leave it, but I think I'm gonna keep it because there's a couple colors in this that are just, ooh, this color Lorelei. Shoot, get the fuck out. What about this one right here, Temptation? Oh, just kidding. I can not take it or leave it. Jesus fuck, man. You guys can't even see. Oh my God, there is something going on there that just made me feel some kind of way. This is the Escape Pod palette, and I just keep keeping it like in hopes that one of these days I'm gonna do one of those looks like the ones that the girls do on Instagram, that like it's just gonna like show its magic, but I haven't done it yet. This was a gift to me from my friend Kirsten, and honestly, I'm gonna get rid of it. It's just, I should probably just get rid of the Elva too. I am gonna get rid of the Elva too. I still have the Adept Cosmetics palettes. I don't even know I'm swatching it. I'm not ever gonna use it. I can't get rid of it. This one is like, it's special to me. My friend Kirsten got it for me, and fucking, I know that like, I'm just not gonna use it. I'm just not. Sorry. This is the Witching Hour, and I constantly toss back and forth getting rid of this, and then I look at like some of the individual shadows in this and decide I'm not going to. This is the Fairy Lights palette by Saints, Angels, Sinners. I'm definitely getting rid of that. And then this is the Unearthly Vitality palette. I love this palette. I didn't have this in that stack either. when I did my ranking. I'm getting rid of that. Okay, we're almost done. I'm pretty sure these are all like keepsies. God, did I even get rid of anything? Barely. This is the Vamp palette by Bella Beauty Bar. The color story looks like this. I'm not fucking getting rid of that. This is the Longing palette by Blend Bunny. You guys went crazy over the look I did with this. That's not going anywhere. This is the Basic Witch palette. I am shocked at this palette. My friend Dee got that for me and I've used it one time on my Patreon and fucking love it. This is the Spring Magic palette. Love it. This is the Kaleidos Club Nebula palette. This was the collab between Kaleidos and Angelica Nyqvist, and I love it. I'm keeping it. This is the Ultraviolet, the collab between Bella Beauty Bar and Deandra Nicole. I love it. This is the Gargoyle palette by Unearthly. Love it. It's not going anywhere. The Boohoo palette by Notoriously Morbid. You guys know it's not going anywhere. I haven't even fucking used it yet. This is the Mary Mean one. I was shocked at how much I love this palette. The Just a Taste by Unearthly Cosmetics. The color story looks like this. I'm keeping it. The Sorceress Smoke. I'm definitely keeping that. I'm just going to get rid of this Alva too. I don't want it. This is the Plain Jane. I'm keeping this. The Flutter by Ensley Rain. I'm keeping this. I have a video of this for you guys. It's already edited. It's actually uploaded. I gotta post it. This is the Fall Magic by Unearthly. I'm keeping that. This is the Cold Moon. I'm definitely keeping this. And the All I Ever Wanted. I'm keeping this. Ooh, the Twilight Whispers by Davina. I'm keeping that. The Night Terror. I forgot. Did I have this? I didn't have this in my Unearthly ranking either. I don't even know where it would have went because it's a 9 pound, but it's like my favorite colors in the whole fucking world. The Venus 3, this is a go-to for me. Lime Crime is closing. I thought about getting an extra. They're having a really good sale, but like 2 weeks ago I ordered 5 of the Blackberry Plushie lipsticks and they still haven't shipped it. It makes me nervous. Here's the end. We're at the end of the road. The Rose from the Dead by Notoriously Morbid. You guys know I'm never getting rid of that shit. The fucking Sleepover palette by Unearthly. That's not going anywhere. The, what is this? What's it called? Dead Roses, yeah. By Bella Beauty Bar. I love this motherfucker. The Unearthly Aura by Notoriously Morbid. Definitely keeping that. And the Poison Garden. I have a video for you guys. Oh, no. I have it. I actually uploaded it, I'm pretty sure. Well, it's edited. I'm just waiting to post it, but I love it. I love the color story. So that's all my palettes. Let me go do the count and I'll be right back. So I decided I am getting rid of all of these maybes, the ones that are in the maybe pile. I'm definitely gonna pull G'day out and put it in my single shadows. I'm getting rid of the bubblegum palette and the pistachio palette. Oh, and I decided to keep the cotton candy palette. I just looked through and like, I don't quite see this one purple, which I know I have it, but I just don't wanna, I don't know. I'm just having a hard time parting with this one. My memory card ran out of room. And as I was dealing with that, I kind of started really going over what, like doing the count and like, you know, figuring out what was what. And then I just realized like I didn't really declutter enough. I think my count was at, I had 8 palettes in the maybe pile, which I put all in the declutter pile except the cotton candy, the Sweet Shop cotton candy. So I'm keeping 3 of the Sweet Shops and I'm decluttering 2 of them. I just couldn't seem to, I went through my stuff and I just couldn't find this exact match to like really nail it. So I just decided I didn't want to get rid of it, so I didn't. To tell you the truth, I kind of just started like looking at everything and thinking like, what am I actually going to use? Like, I honestly believe, so basically I have like 165 palettes still. I got rid of 3 after I kept the cotton candy. So I still have like 161 palettes. That's too many, right? It's too many. Like, it's too many to actually use. So I feel like I got rid of what I could. After I started like going through everything, I started really thinking about it and I decided to declutter the Call of the Mist. I just don't really care for the color story, honestly. It's just not my jam. I decided to declutter what's life without a little gossip? To tell you the truth, like, I really love it. I think the color story is amazing and the colors all perform really well. It just doesn't speak to me. And so then at that point, I went through the 4 shimmer palettes that I got from Spellcast Beauty, the 4 little 6-pan palettes. Loved them. There was several shadows in there that were just like, I felt like I couldn't live without. And then I'm going to get rid of the Worldy palette. Like, I love it. It's so cool, but like, am I ever going to use it? Fuck no, I'm not. I honestly was thinking that I might when I looked at that Made by Mitchell palette, and like I thought, well, I kept the Worldy palette. They're very similar, but I don't ever even think to use this palette. Like the blue one, the green one, the Conger, the Watch the Queen Conquer, I'll use those for sure, but I'm never gonna use the Worldy again. Like, I'm just not. So I started with 204 palettes. I got rid of 39 palettes and I still have 165 palettes. So that's crazy. So I got rid of this pile. I got rid of this pile. I don't feel like this was that brutal, but 40 palettes, 39 palettes is a lot of palettes to just get rid of. I bet you most people don't even have 39 palettes in their whole life. I took 2 of the shimmers out of the Glaminatrix. I took the pink shimmer and the G'day. Fuck it, right? Like, who's gonna give a fuck? Nobody. So, anyways, I can't believe I got rid of some of those Sweet Shop palettes. Those are like coveted treasures. I should get rid of this Creepy Cute palette too. Just fuck it. I bet you anything the shimmers or I bet you anything the pastels in the Enchanted Lands of Enchantment are just as good. Oh well, next time. Anyways, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell because you can't wait to see what happens next. Hit the like button if you like this video or if you just like my sparkly personality, my boy charm, and hang out with me in the comments because I fucking love it. If you got like halfway through this video and you're like, oh my gosh, she's so pretty. Well, I highly doubt you were doing that because right now I look like 10 bags, but go check me out on Instagram. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. You could have been anywhere, but you were here wasting your time with me and I totally appreciate you. Later. Slayer.